Time just seems to pass in a blink of an eye. Days and months go until a whole year passes by.
And that clock just keeps on ticking.
And soon enough, that time of the year is upon us again, that month where we commemorate the tragedy of Hussain.
And in those 12 days, we are inspired, moved by the stories that we hear year after year.
We take ourselves to Karbala, the surroundings around us beginning to disappear.
We see Hussain look on as one by one his closest friends bid farewell.
How long will it be until Hussain stands alone?
Only time will tell.
Whoever goes, they do not go back, for the enemies surround them from all sides, they attack.
His friends all gone, not one companion spared.
And now it's time for his family to stand prepared.
Death to me is sweeter than honey,
was the words uttered by a young boy.
A valiant soldier heads to the battlefield until his body lays torn and destroyed.
Qasim was only 13, yet for the service of Hussain he was ever so keen.
Abbas went to the battlefield, not to fight but to get some water.
The children crying al-Attash, al-Attash. The day is getting hotter.
He reaches the river banks but refuses to think of his own thirst. His only wish is to bring back some water and give it to Sakina first.
He gives away his 2 hands and holds the water bag between his 2 teeth. The piercing arrow hits the mushk as the water now lays spilt beneath.
Hussain runs to where Abbas lay, giving his final request.
You always call me master.
For once, call me brother.
And now Hussain stands all alone. To this world he's ready to say goodbye.
He calls out, Hal min nasirin yansuruna,
waiting to see if anyone would reply. My Imam had a mission to bring about this revolution in a society filled with pollution.
For the purity that was brought by the Prophet had been tainted, damaged and corrupted.
It was the only way to shake the ummah and send a message that would reverberate. It would spread like a ripple, its rings extending far beyond any other movement.
So in that call of Hal min nasirin yansuruna, what wonderful foresight he portrayed.
It is us who are meant to answer this call and come to the Imam's aid.
Within the 12 days of mourning,
Hussain's story is inscripted into each of our souls. Our hearts have been painted with a picture that describes the beauty of the Ahlul Bayt.
Our ears hear the thumping noises of the battlefield. Our bodies shake in dismay.
But has this story become a movie? When we press OK, it will show on instant replay?
Were we meant to just sit in lectures?
Listen to powerful messages and beat our hearts to the most heartwarming eulogies?
Or did he want us to take actions on the messages he stood for?
Because our Imam's mission taught us to do so much more.
From Hussain, we learn how to stand up against tyranny and oppression.
We learn how to question injustice, poverty, and corruption.
We learn from Hussain the attributes of forgiveness, for when Hur came with his head bowed in repentance, we find our Imam without hesitation to grant him acceptance.
So with these lessons in mind, come forward today's youth
and take the time out to stand up for the truth.
I am the follower of Hussain ibn Ali. All around me is chaos, but my heart has never felt so free.
So encapsulated with the love for Hussain.
So immersed by what he stood for.
So occupied by his message and so ready to renew my pledge.
To my beloved Hussain and also to the Imam of my time. For Karbala is our history, but our future is striving to become closer to the Mahdi.
Are you ready?